$1.6 million emergency room visits, nearly 500,000 surgeries, and about 175,000 babies all born here. For the past 35 plus years, the Banner Desert Medical Center has been serving the needs of the East Valley. And we could talk about statistics over the next 20 minutes or even longer. However, we want to focus on what's truly important: the patients and the care they receive here. We have 3 amazing success stories that we want to share with you. "17-year-old Michael Smith has talent, no doubt, but his ability to kick a ball like this is remarkable, considering what happened on a soccer field 3 years earlier, when he took a hard kick to his shin."
As the kid came through and I cleared the ball with my leg, he hit me like right here in the inside of my shin. It broke just my tibia. It didn't actually break my fibular bone.
He broke the leg on Saturday. On Monday night, after we had already removed the cast, we went back in. He said to meet us down here at the ER. Took him in and was going to run the pressure testing where they insert needles into the muscle compartments. And what that does is it gives the doctor an indication of how much pressure's in there. And he came back out about midnight and said it wasn't good, that the pressure readings were real high, and that he would need surgery.
The last I remember of it, I was in a in a stretcher bed going to the OR, and I was scared, real scared.
Michael's orthopedic surgeon went to work, slicing open both sides of Michael's leg to relieve the pressure and then do the delicate work of removing dead tissue, but saving as much muscle as possible.
The first surgery obviously was probably the big surgery. It cut open both sides of my leg, about a 12-inch scar on both sides, and this allowed the pressure to come out and the blood to flow to come back to it, and actually most of my muscle to regenerate and come back to life, because Dr. Haskey actually removed, I don't exactly remember the exact percent, but 20 to 35% in some of the muscle compartments. It's truly what the doctors here did, the nurses here, physical therapists, my parents, that helped me really come back.
9 months later, Michael was back on the soccer field. For Margaret Watrous, the road to recovery has been a little longer. Her medical story began with the simple act of playing with her grandchildren.
They wanted me to play with them, and I was trying to run around after them, and it just seemed a little harder. I didn't feel right. Dr. Ganem did an EKG on me. 2 arteries were narrowed, and they couldn't really put the stents in, and 1 artery was 90% blocked. So he recommended that Dr. Polanski do a triple bypass.
While many heart patients undergo successful bypass with no complications, Margaret unexpectedly slipped into a coma.
On Sunday, I fortunately came out of the coma. I did have a lot of prayers said for me, and I had the last rites performed too when I was in the coma. Sunday, my husband was there and he said, "Honey, can you see me?" And I was thinking, why is he asking me this? Because he knows I just saw him a little while ago, that I came out of the surgery. I had no idea that 3 days had gone by.
Margaret says her prayers were answered.
I had a lot of support from the nurses in the critical care unit, and from my family, and from the chaplain department here. After that, I came into the rehabilitation part, and that's really helped me a lot. I'm very fortunate, I feel very blessed.
Michelle Todd feels blessed too, even though months ago things looked bleak for her and the baby growing inside her.
It was January, and we went up north to stay in a cabin, and I was pregnant. Took a drink of decaf coffee and coughed and couldn't breathe. And they rushed me to the hospital. And then we found out on January 24th that it was the Ewing's sarcoma. It's a pediatric cancer anyway, so it's found in kids, and usually males between up to ages 12, I think, or 15, and I'm 28. And I'm a female, and I was pregnant, so everything is on the rare end of it.
Banner pediatric oncologist Dr. Jim Williams wanted to start chemotherapy immediately.
We didn't want to compromise her care. We didn't want to let this tumor develop metastases to the lungs and other places.
But with Jenna May growing inside of her, Michelle Todd says the decision was easy.
I didn't want to hurt her. Chemo wasn't an option to me at all because I didn't want to put her at risk or expose her to anything. It was a fertility pregnancy, so she's been a wanted baby for years.
So Michelle Todd put her chemotherapy on hold, and at 31 weeks and 6 days after being induced, Michelle delivered a healthy baby girl.
She was 4 pounds 3 ounces at 31 weeks, and she didn't need oxygen. She was only on the CPAP for 2 days, which just holds her lungs open. So she did wonderful.
2 days later, the Banner Children's Oncology team started Michelle's year-long chemotherapy.
She had a wonderful response to chemotherapy. This tumor really shrunk down almost to nothing, so when I was showing her the films, it was quite impressive.
Dread the treatments a little bit, because you want them to be over with, but as far as the care goes, I don't think it could be better.
And Michelle Todd is now in remission.
For her prognosis is excellent, so we're expecting her to be a long-term survivor with this. Get to enjoy that beautiful child she has.
Michael Smith, Margaret Watrous, and Michelle Todd. Over the past 35 years, they are just 3 of the more than 700,000 patients who have been treated at Banner Desert Medical Center. A 35-year track record of making a difference in people's lives.